When we're talking about do-it-yourself investing, one of the things that you guys are not doing that you have to do is to save consistently. You know, it's funny, if you just take a look, let's say you have a lump sum and you have it and you're like, you know what, I just inherited $100,000. I don't think I need to save. But if you could just save a couple of bucks and then increase that couple of bucks each and every year, it makes a dramatic increase, Al.
It does, Joe, and I think really this is a really good way to illustrate it, and I like what you said. So let's say you're starting with $100,000, and I got three different scenarios. So the first one is you got that $100,000, you invest it, you're making 6% a year, and you never add to it. What happens? Well, in 10 years, it's $179,000, not bad. 20 years, it's $321,000, and year 30, $574,000, not bad. But what happens if you actually save in addition to that? Like, let's say you save $3,000 into your 401k. Now you can see at each stage it's higher, $219,000 here after 10 years versus $279,000. Now it's $431,000 at 20 and $812,000. So almost $300,000 more just by saving. But what happens if you actually increase your savings? Like, let's say you're saving $3,000 a year. Every year you add another 1% of your pay. Maybe you're making $100,000, so you add $1,000 per year in your savings. So here, figuring that, still at a 6% rate of return. Here, after 10 years, it's $271,000. But look at this. Let's go right to the end. If you wait 30 years or do this 30 years, you're increasing your savings each and every year. Now you got over $1.6 million. This is the compounding of money, as well as saving a little bit more each year. And a lot of folks, they know they can save maybe $25,000 into their 401k if they're over 50 years of age, but they just can't imagine getting there. But if you do it incrementally, each year you add a little bit more, you can end up with a lot of savings.
Yeah, I mean, we had a gentleman that I still follow his advice. Well, it's hard to follow it, but he's like, you know, what I did is I saved 1% more every single month, right? We're just illustrating 1% more every single year, and it almost doubles your money if you didn't save at all. So if you can just think, start slow and then consistently build upon that. But before you start even thinking about that, you want to make sure that you have enough cash on hand. And so there's a lot of different things that you want to look at with cash too, Al.
Yeah, you do need an emergency fund, Joe. And thinking about this, 63% of Americans cannot even cover a $500 emergency. That's not right. You need to have an emergency fund to be able to handle emergencies. And so how much should you have? Let's take a look at this. This is recommended. This is from Vanguard, and we tend to agree with this. 3 to 6 months of living expenses, maybe 12 months. It really depends upon your profession. Like if you're in a profession with unsteady income or maybe a type of job that you don't know if you're going to have in the following year, you might need a larger amount, maybe 12 months. But 3 to 6 months is at least a start. So besides knowing how much to save and figuring out what emergency fund you need, you also got to figure out the mistakes that you need to be avoiding as a do-it-yourselfer.